Hey everyone, welcome to Firefall News, the show where I'm talking about stuff happening at Firefall or stuff that will happen in Firefall very soon. And in this episode, we're talking about the new Dreadnought. I really say the new Dreadnought because just forget everything you knew about the frame and you will really enjoy the new version of it. First of all, we have here the Dreadnought. These are the base stats. So, health, movement speed, jet energy, and jet energy recharge. You will have 50% more HP than a frame, for example, an engineer who has standard 0%. You have a movement speed of 6 meters per second. This is the walk speed, so you can increase sprinting, and so the base sprint speed will be higher than 6 meters per second, but 6 meters per second is your walk speed, so yeah. Jet energy standard 300, and as far as I can remember, we have 300 right now on the version we're playing, so no decrease here. And the recharge is on high, so 100 energy per second as recharge. So it takes 3 seconds to fully recharge your jet energy. These stats are pretty decent for Dreadnought, who is meant to be at the front. Much HP, good jet energy recharge in case you have to climb something. Now, Dreadnought. The basic Dreadnought has the good old primary weapon we know. It's a heavy machine gun, minigun type. Secondary fire got changed. It now spins the barrel. So, what does this actually do? Right now, it's deploying a little shield in front of you. After the update, it will pre-spin the barrel, so you can left click and start to shoot right away. So you don't have to wait until the barrel started spinning, because it already spun. So that's pretty nice, but this is also only available during walking or normal jump jet using, so sprint and air sprint will cancel this effect. And the same stuff, everything used by the Accord Dreadnought can be used also by the Rhino and the Mammoth. So as abilities you have the heavy armor. It's kind of the one we know right now. You get damage reduction from all sides, but this is new. You deploy a shield in front of you that only protects you, and this blocks every incoming damage. So you're completely immune to damage from the direction you're facing, and every other incoming damage is reduced. As far as I can remember from what Pat showed us, you're not able to shoot during this time because you're kind of staying there like this, holding the shield in front of you. But yeah, we will see how it turns out in the final release. Then turret mode, no changes here. You get immobile, but you gain rate of fire and accuracy, so really no changes here. And this thing is completely new, and this changed really everything. Charge is now an Accord Dreadnought ability, and it's not the lame charge we know right now from the Rhino, where you just run a few meters in a straight line and that's it. No. Charge is more like an afterburner we know from the assaults. And while using this afterburner thing, you knock away enemies in your way, and where the effect ends, you explode and deal the area of effect damage in this area. So, yeah. Should this be a Dreadnought ability? I personally would say no. It's an afterburner, this belongs to assaults. But now it is there, and for Dreadnoughts, this is really awesome. I mean, you get your own afterburner that also deals damage and knocks back enemies. So, for Dreadnoughts, this change is really awesome. The ultimate ability is now the Absorption Bomb. Again, can be used also by Mammoth and Rhino. It works basically the same way like the one right now. You gain a lot of damage, you basically get close to no damage at all. And all the damage you absorb during this time will be dealt to all the enemies in your range when the effect ends. But a little change was made here because while this is active, you taunt nearby enemies to shoot at you. Because right now you often had the problem, you jump into tons of enemies, use absorption bomb, and they just ignore you and don't fire at you. And they decide, oh hey, we can't hit this sniper 200 meters away from us. Let's shoot at him and ignore this dude here. Now you're taunting the enemies. They all will turn to you, shoot at you, and your explosion will deal a lot more damage because, yeah, everyone shot at you. So, ulti, it's an ultimate ability. Is it worth to be an ultimate? I think it's a great ability with a lot of AoE potential and also crowd control. So yeah, definitely a pretty good ultimate ability. So no HKM anymore. These are called ultimates. Info, unassigned info. Can be used by Mammoth and Rhino. Now heading over to the Mammoth. The gun is now called Rotary Blaster. It fires high caliber explosive rounds. Kind of like the version we know from now, so no huge changes there. And these high caliber explosive rounds deal area of effect damage on impact, so I think only 1.5 meters or something around this, but it's still a little bit of AoE damage. Alternate fire is also spin up barrel without firing. So when you're spinning the barrel, enemy shows up, left click, you start to fire right away and don't have to wait for charge up, basically. Abilities, we have the gravity pull. So you pull in a cone in front of you, you pull all enemies to you. And during this time, they got pulled to you, they take kinetic damage. Kinetic damage is important because with the update we get perks for every damage type. 10% more damage for every damage type, not only dealt by your weapon, but also dealt by your abilities. So you can increase these with the new perks. And then we have the Thunderdome, and this got a change that makes it really useful and awesome, and it really had to be done. Thunderdome now is you place the dome, it keeps staying there, you can't shoot in, you can't shoot out. Most of the time it annoys your teammates. Now you carry it around you, so your runaway is still around you, and you can shoot from the inside to the outside. So this is really a change. This had to be done. This is awesome. You carry it with you and you can finally fire from the inside to the outside. But all incoming damage is still absorbed by the dome. Pretty awesome. Had to be done. Then the ultimate is the Dreadfield. It works kind of the HKM from the Recluse we know right now. So you have, again, a dome around you, and that deals kinetic damage again, and weakens the enemies, reducing their damage dealt. So they are getting damage over time, but won't, or dealing less damage to the targets they're shooting at. So it's a pretty okay HKM for the Mammoth. Nothing to say about this. It's okay. Yeah. And the Rhino has a photon lens, so basically the secondary fire we know right now is the primary fire. There is no pulse or something. You have one range, I think around 30 meters. But you can increase this with modules and stuff like this. And you will deal damage up to 30 meters. No pulsing or stuff like this. So, yeah, pretty neat. Alt fire is again preheat the weapon. Abilities is penetrating rounds. These are kind of the new versions of the explosive rounds, you don't get the AoE, but you can pierce through enemies. So you have 6 enemies in a line. I don't know if it can penetrate 6. No information about this right now. But let's say it will work like this. 6 enemies in a line. You activate this ability, shoot at the first one. It will penetrate through him and hit all enemies behind it. How much it will penetrate, no infos about this right now, but we will see. But for this, I think it's pretty good. It's not an too OP AoE ability, but you're still able to hit several enemies at one time. So yeah. Thundering Blast, release an explosion of energy from your battle frame, snaring and dealing kinetic damage to enemies in the effect radius. So basically no changes here. And the ultimate is the Mighty Charge. Yeah, again a charge. This now is the ultimate HGM ability. You charge forward, knock aside and deal extreme kinetic damage to enemies in your path. So it's not like the charge from the Dreadnought where you charge forward, only knocking away enemies and have the explosion at the end. No, you charge forward and everything you hit in this way gets massive damage. So in theory you can have 2 afterburners, both dealing damage on your Rhino. For the Rhino, it's awesome. For the assault frames, especially for the Firecat, it's a pain in the ass. But for the Dreadnoughts, this is really awesome. So, yeah, I really like these changes. And remember, kinetic damage can be perked now for more damage. And all the base stats can be also increased with perks, elite rank upgrades, tinkering, and modules. So you have a lot of options to optimize these stats for the way you want to have them. And these are pretty awesome changes for the Dreadnought, and I really want to try them out, and I'm really sure they will make a lot of fun. So yeah, that's everything to say about the Dreadnoughts. Please also check out all the videos for the other frames, because a lot of stuff changed there, and probably some one frame covers a playstyle now you haven't thought about would take care about this playstyle. So make sure to check out all the other videos. I linked them here over the screen, and they are also in the video description. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, have an awesome time playing Firefall. See you in the next video. Bye.